Have you ever imagined waking up in another world, a place where magic is real, epic quests await, and you might just be the hero of the story? That's the magic of Isekai anime. It's all about ordinary people getting thrown into extraordinary worlds, and trust me, it makes for some of the most exciting stories out there. If you're new to anime, Isekai is the perfect genre to dive into. But with so many titles out there, where do you even start? Don't worry, I've got you covered. Today, we're exploring the top Isekai anime every new fan needs to watch. If you're in the mood for a dark and thrilling tale of war and power, the saga of Tanya the Evil is right up your alley. The story begins with a cold-hearted Japanese salaryman who meets an untimely end, only to find himself face-to-face with a mysterious godlike entity known as Being X. After refusing to show faith, he's reincarnated as Tanya de Geerchaf, a young girl in a brutal, war-torn world reminiscent of World War I, but with magic. Determined to live a life of luxury and defy Being X, Tanya enlists in the military, climbing the ranks with terrifying efficiency. She's a ruthless strategist, turning war into a game where only the most cunning survive. Her infamous declaration to trample the gods sends chills down your spine. The action is intense, the themes are dark, and Tanya's cold, calculating persona makes her one of the most unique protagonists in the genre. Adapted from Carlos Zen's light novel, the anime by Studio NUT debuted in 2017 and quickly became a fan favorite. It even got a movie in 2019, and after years of anticipation, a new season is finally set for 2026. If you're looking for an isekai that challenges ideas of heroism and dives deep into the horrors of war, this series is a must-watch. Next, we have something completely different, The Eminence in Shadow, a masterclass in comedic absurdity and epic action. Meet Sid Kajinu, a boy obsessed with the idea of being a behind-the-scenes mastermind, pulling the strings from the shadows. After a sudden death, he's reborn into a magical world where he finally gets to live out his fantasy. Crafting a persona called Shadow, Sid forms a secret organization, Shadow Garden, to fight an evil cult, except the cult is real, and Sid has no idea. What makes this series stand out is its perfect balance of humor and action. Sid's ridiculous monologues and over-the-top schemes somehow always work out, making him look like a genius to his loyal followers. Meanwhile, he's just living out his delusions of grandeur. The battles are epic, the animation is crisp, and the comedic timing is spot on. Written by Daisuke Aizawa, the anime adaptation by Studio Nexus exploded in popularity when it aired in 2022. Fans loved the blend of absurdity and badassery, and with a second season and a movie titled Lost Echoes on the way, this series is only getting bigger. If you're into overpowered protagonists who have no idea what they're doing, The Eminence in Shadow is pure entertainment from start to finish. We have a series that blends heartwarming moments with epic world building, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. Satoru Mikami is just your average 37-year-old office worker until he dies in a random stabbing incident. Instead of waking up in the afterlife, he's reborn as a lowly slime in a fantasy world. But thanks to a special skill called Predator, Rimuru, his new name, can absorb abilities and quickly grows into one of the most powerful beings in the world. What makes Slime so special is its focus on community building and diplomacy. Rimuru doesn't just want power, he wants to create a peaceful nation where humans and monsters can live in harmony. The show takes its time crafting alliances, solving conflicts, and exploring the complexities of leadership. And when the action kicks in, Rimuru's magic makes for some of the most visually stunning battles you'll ever see. The heart of the series lies in its characters. From the fiercely loyal Rhonda to the playful dragon Veldora, every companion Rimuru meets adds warmth and depth to the story. Whether you're here for the politics, the action, or the wholesome vibes, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime delivers on every front. If you're tired of the typical chosen hero narrative, Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy flips the script in the best way possible. Makoto Masumi is your average high school student, suddenly whisked away to another world because of a mysterious contract made by his parents. Sounds pretty standard, right? Here's the twist. When the goddess of this world meets him, she deems him too ugly and casts him off to the farthest reaches of the land. But Makoto isn't about to let a divine rejection ruin his journey. As he explores this strange new realm, he discovers he possesses extraordinary magical powers, far surpassing most beings in the world. Along the way, he befriends some unique companions, Tomo, a dragon obsessed with samurai culture, and Mio, a terrifying spider monster who becomes strangely devoted to him. What makes Tsukimichi stand out is its playful subversion of isekai tropes. Instead of being worshipped as a hero, Makoto is cast aside and forced to carve out his own destiny. The series blends thrilling action with light-hearted comedy, while the richly detailed world, filled with diverse cultures and power structures, adds depth to Makoto's journey. Not all isekai stories are about swords and sorcery. The ascendance of a bookworm trades epic battles for quiet determination and the pursuit of knowledge. Meet Mine, a college student and passionate bookworm who dies in an accident and wakes up in the frail body of a young girl in a medieval world. Unfortunately, books are a luxury only the wealthy can afford. But does that stop her? Absolutely not! If she can't find books, she'll make them herself. What makes Ascendance of a Bookworm so special is its grounded storytelling. Mine uses her modern world knowledge to revolutionize the printing process, slowly changing society from the ground up. Her unwavering passion and resourcefulness turn her into a quiet revolutionary, challenging the rigid social structures of her new world. Adapted from Miyakazuki's light novel series, the anime first aired in 2019 and quickly captured hearts with its heartfelt narrative and clever world-building. It's a slow-burn journey of intellect, perseverance, and the quiet power of curiosity. Of course, no isekai list is complete without the king of comedy, Konosuba. Kazuma Satu is your average high school gamer who meets the most ridiculous end imaginable. In the afterlife, he encounters Aqua, a useless goddess who offers him the chance to reincarnate in a fantasy world. Out of pure spite, Kazuma chooses to bring Aqua with him, and thus begins the most chaotic adventure in isekai history. What sets Konosuba apart is its brilliant parody of classic isekai tropes. Kazuma's party is a complete disaster, Aqua is more hindrance than help, Megumin is an explosion-obsessed mage who can only cast one spell per day, and Darkness is a masochistic crusader who couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Every episode is packed with absurd scenarios and laugh-out-loud moments, all while poking fun at the genre's cliches. Since its debut in 2016, Konosuba has become a fan favorite, spawning multiple seasons, a movie, and a highly anticipated third season. If you're in the mood for a hilarious, unpredictable adventure, this series is pure gold. If you're craving a dark power fantasy where the protagonist isn't trying to save the world, Overlord is calling your name. The story follows Momonga, a dedicated gamer and guild leader in the popular MMORPG Yggdrasil. As the game's servers prepare to shut down, Momonga decides to stay logged in until the final moment. But when the clock hits 0, he finds himself trapped in the game's world, now living as his skeletal avatar, Ain's Old Gown, the supreme ruler of the Great Tomb of Nazarick. What sets Overlord apart is its bold choice to make the protagonist the villain. Ain's isn't interested in being a hero, he wants to conquer. Whether it's obliterating armies with a single spell or commanding absolute loyalty from his terrifying subordinates, Ain's becomes a legend of fear and awe. Each member of Nazarick's inner circle, from the fiercely devoted Albedo to the bloodthirsty Shaltir, adds layers to the dark, twisted dynamic of Ain's rule. But beneath the terrifying persona is a regular guy just trying to keep up appearances. His internal monologues, where he panics about making the right villainous decisions, inject a layer of unexpected humor that balances the darker themes.
絶望の始まりだ!
If there's one series that redefined modern isekai, it's Mushoku Tensei. After dying in a rare moment of bravery, he's reincarnated as Rudeus Greyrat, a baby in a new world brimming with magic and adventure. Unlike most isekai protagonists, Rudeus retains all his memories from his past life. Determined to make the most of this second chance, he vows to live without regrets and confront his personal demons. What makes Mushoku Tensei so special is its slow-burn storytelling. Instead of diving headfirst into action, the series takes its time building a richly detailed world where magic has rules, cultures have depth, and actions have consequences. The characters are equally complex. Rudeus' journey isn't about becoming a hero, it's about wrestling with his flaws and striving to be better. Of course, Mushoku Tensei isn't without controversy. Some of its darker themes and Rudeus actions have sparked debate, but the show's willingness to explore a flawed protagonist, one who grows and changes over time, sets it apart.
あの時は素手で、片手で、とっさに作った。
What happens after the epic adventure ends? Uncle from Another World answers the question with hilarious results. When Uncle wakes up from a 17-year coma, his nephew Takafumi learns the wild truth. Uncle wasn't just unconscious, he was transported to another world, where he fought dragons, met elves, and gained insane powers. The problem? None of that matters anymore. Back in modern Japan, Uncle is just a middle-aged weirdo obsessed with saga. What makes this series shine is its sharp satire of isekai tropes. Uncle's stories aren't glorious tales of heroism, they're a string of hilarious misfortunes. He's constantly mistaken for a monster, misses every romantic cue from its tsundere elf who clearly liked him, and somehow still believes the Sega Saturn is the greatest console of all time. But beneath the comedy lies a surprisingly heartfelt story. Uncle's return to a world that moved on without him highlights the emotional cost of being the chosen one. His powers mean nothing here, and his only real connection is with Takafumi, who listens to his wild tales while trying to help him adjust to modern life. With its retro-inspired art style, sharp writing, and laugh-out-loud absurdity, Uncle from Another World is a breath of fresh air for anyone tired of the usual isekai power fantasies.
さて、異世界にいた証拠を見せよう。
Whether you crave dark power fantasies, heartfelt redemption, or hilarious twists on the genre, these isekai titles offer a little something for everyone. Each story offers a unique perspective on what it means to start over in another world. So, whether you want to rule, redeem, or reminisce, these series prove that isekai isn't just a genre, it's a gateway to incredible storytelling. Which one speaks to you the most? Are you drawn to the dark ambitions of Ains, the personal growth of Rudeus, or the comedic misfortunes of Uncle? Let's talk about it in the comments! And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more anime deep dives. Until next time, stay awesome and happy watching!